This morning, you did your reading about the presidents in your notebook, and you wrote about them. Now I would like you to turn, this should be all done. And now I would like you to turn the page, because we're going to do this afternoon for writing. We're going to do some information about Abraham Lincoln. But before we do that, I would like you to cut out all your pieces to the little Abraham Lincoln craft right here. When you go to do this, you kind of have to fold it and then snip and then cut the inside out here, which makes it a little bit difficult, but you can do it, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to glue this on here like that, all right? So the first thing I want you to do is just glue this a little bit on here. You don't need much glue, because we can glue it more down later, okay? So you want this cover to be right in the center there. All right. And actually make it so that if you see some holes right here, that's okay, because we're gonna put the hat on, okay? So once you have that, see how it's not very glued? You can glue that later. So, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna put some glue on here, on each of the ears, and then you're gonna turn it over like this and glue it on your page and put it pretty close to the bottom, because his hat's really tall, okay? All right. He's got his beard there. Then you're going to take your hat, you're gonna put it right up there, or you can actually make it go the long way, all right? And make sure it doesn't go over your page. Like this, right to the tippy top. And glue that down and make sure it's all glued down. And now that you've got it in your book, you can add some extra glue like that, okay? And then take the brim of the hat. Remember, he liked to put his notes up in his hat. We learned that this morning, didn't we? Or yesterday. All right, so you're gonna put that like that. Okay. And then you can draw, oh. You know what Mrs. Stinson did? She put his ears kind of low, but that's okay. Should have gone the other way. It's all right. Then you can draw his eyes. Okay. And you can draw his nose the way you want to. And then he didn't really smile much, but maybe put a smile, because slavery's over. He was a happy guy, okay? All right, and he had a beard, but he didn't have a mustache. Okay, so you've got that all done. Now you're going to read All Aboard Abe, okay? What does this have to do with a train here? Well, we're gonna find out. On February 11th, 1861, Abraham Lincoln got on a train in his hometown. He had just been elected president, and he was going to the White House. The trip took 13 days on a train, and it gave Americans a chance to meet Abe, because he would travel through all sorts of cities. And you're going to read, so it'll show you here, he began in Springfield, Illinois, and all the stops along the way as he would go through, and his trip ended here in Washington, D.C., where he was going to live. Okay, so as you read about Abe's train trip, all right, I want you to be thinking of reasons, and here's my highlighting. I'm going to circle this. You're going to be writing about reasons people were excited to see Abe on the train, okay? So, of course, we're going to put a title on this, and if you want, once you're done reading, okay, I want you to write some reasons that people were excited to see Abe. So just write a few things on here. All right, and then you can cut this up, and you can do the back part, but you can cut it up if you want and put this picture. So if you want to actually cut this up and glue it on, you can, but don't do that before you read and find out, because I want you to write down some reasons. So first you're going to read about a modern way to travel, because remember, trains hadn't been around for a long time. And the train only went 30 miles an hour, so you're going to read about it. And then here's the key. Here's where you're going to find out why people were so excited. Meeting Americans, this section right here, okay? So first do your writing. Maybe just right up here, and then you can cut it out and glue it on and decorate it any way that you want, okay? You can actually cut all around there and You don't have to write very much, but I do want you to write some of the reasons why people were excited to see Abe, okay? And then you can do this back part too if you want, if you haven't cut it all apart. All right? So find out about why people were excited to see Abe as he was traveling on the train when he first became president and was on his way to Washington, D.C. All right. Thank you.